Hi Taurus, this is 𝑍⍰555. Welcome to my channel. This is going to be your October reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or wherever Taurus lands in your chart. Hopefully, maybe for one of you or a few of you, that this reading resonates with whatever aspect Taurus resides in your birth chart. Okay? Taurus, there seems to be... And also, this reading is not just general, it's also about relationships since we are in Libra season. Libra is all about connections with other people, not just romantically, family, friends, work, colleagues, acquaintances, business partners, things like that. So, or, just those types of all connections that you have with other people. Taurus, there may be those of you who before we get into people, for you personally, as a person, as an individual, whatever, there's something going on mentally, Taurus. There's some type of mental conflict, depression, anxiety, stubbornness, wanting to go one direction and just being staunch on that direction. Even though that direction may not be the best for you, you may feel that it is the right direction. Okay, this is for some of you. But there's a need for change. And this is for those of you who are just being stubborn and you're just wanting to go in a certain direction. You're not really paying attention to what you're supposed to be doing. You're not paying attention to or working on. You're not looking at the big picture. You're just staunch. You're just pretty, you're straight about what you want or with the direction that you want to go in, even if it's not the best direction to go in. Okay, Taurus, so be careful. This could be happening to you now, or this could have happened in the past, where there's a direction that you wanted to go in, there's a place that you wanted to go, or a person you wanted to be with, whatever, or a certain way that you wanted to stay. There's a certain way of being or a certain type of behavior that you didn't, that it's just hard for you to shake. You're a fixed sign, so it's understandable. But I see that the universe is going to step in, Taurus. For those of you who are just, there's huge change here. Okay, the universe is going to step in and it's going to show you, okay, here's what we don't want for you. This is what we don't want. Spirit is trying to get you to understand that this is not where we want you to go. Okay? Or it's saying this is a direction that we want you to go and you have to have faith that we're steering you in the right direction. Right? Okay? Because you have the King of Swords. And the King of Swords is not necessarily an emotional individual, necessarily. He can be, but that's not, he's all about the mind, logic, thinking clearly, speaking clearly, even if it hurts a little bit, not really thinking about the emotional aspect, mental growth. It could also represent that. But you're very, very strong in what you believe in or what you feel, Taurus. Or either you're being stubborn and wanting to go a certain way in your life, and it's causing you to feel the Nine of Swords here, this anxiety, this depression, or feeling like maybe there's a loss of sleep for some of you. There's just a lot going on in your head because there's a certain direction that you guys may want to go, and the universe is saying no. But you guys are pretty, you're pretty adamant about going in that direction for some of you, okay? Not all of you. This is just for a portion of you. So Taurus, what I'm going to say is don't be stubborn. You're a fixed sign. Trust me, I understand how that feels. I'm a fixed sign in my sun and my rising. So I understand, when you feel what's best for you, for what's best for you, and the universe is saying no, may have to snatch it away from you a little bit, and it's trying to, the universe doesn't want to snatch it away from you. It wants to push you towards the direction to make it easier on yourself. But the universe is like, they may need to step in with the death card here. Scorpio season is around the corner. So this death card coming out here, there's a need to leave behind old influences, old behaviors, old ways of thinking that may have worked for you. It's not that it was a bad way. It was time it was working for you. And now the universe is saying it's not working for you anymore. You don't need this anymore. This is not something that you need to hold on to anymore. Let it go, release it. Let us give you something better towards the future. Okay, let us renew you. Because the death card, it looks scary, but it's all about renewal at the end of the day. That's just you leave the old, you come into the new, and sometimes the new ends up becoming old and you find another new, experience, right? And then you have the Queen of Wands here. So some of you guys may have Scorpio, Cancer in your chart, like water in your chart. Some of you guys may have fire or air in your chart, specifically Leo. Or Sagittarius, but I feel strong fire and water energy here, especially Scorpio and Cancer, and Leo or Sagittarius. But Taurus, there is a need to, those of you who look for tarot readings for help, or you go to a psychic, there is a need to search for spiritual guidance. Okay, the universe wants you to understand, like, if you're religious and you go to church or a temple or a synagogue, whatever, for some of you there may be a need to go, and there may be a need to actually get in touch with a higher power. Okay, but for those of you who are just you're spiritual, or you practice shamanism, or you want to, or you're practicing witchcraft, like, I feel that, not I feel, but the universe, from what these cards are showing me, there are those of you who are needing to really open yourselves up, or go out and search for what a spiritual grounded energy. You need to go out and search for something that's going to ground you spiritually, so that you can understand what direction to go in. To understand, like, if you don't know what direction to go in, look to the universe, look to the stars, right? And for those of you who are not being stubborn, and you just don't really know what to do, okay, you really don't know what direction to go in, and you guys are you're wanting a direction to go in, you want to know what you need to do, you're waiting for this transformation to happen, or you're looking for some type of new experience, and you felt like you've known what was best for you, but maybe something happened where you're just like, I don't know which way to go. You're kind of feeling like this. Okay, the universe is here to let you know, like, it's gonna change. Okay, it's not gonna be the same. Okay, you're gonna transition towards something better. It may not be easy. Obviously, nothing really in life is really. It's not always easy. It's not always honky dory and unicorns and rainbows and like bliss. There are times where, when you're transitioning towards something better, sometimes you hit bumps along the way. You have to leap over hurdles, you have to cry, you have to feel depressed, just for a little bit, but you got to get yourself through it, Taurus. So you're going to get to this energy, this grounded energy, and for those of you who identify with feminine energy, whether you're male or female, like, there is this regalness, this feminine energy spiritually that will radiate from you if you really focus on finding that spiritual energy, that maybe that goddess energy, for those of you who believe in that. So that's for your overall well-being, Taurus. If you're looking for a commitment to something, or you're looking for that new thing or that new experience, and you just don't know where to go, or you're being stubborn and you're not wanting to go in that direction for whatever reason, because of your logic or what makes sense to you, the universe is letting you know, like, we're going to show you, we're going to give you signs. We're going to show you what you need to do and where you need to go. And, honestly, from my experience, Taurus, as a fixed sign, I've learned the hard way, but I've learned that it's best to just go where the universe has you go. I'm sorry, guys, if there's a lot of noise. I live with someone. I live with my boyfriend, so I mean, he plays video games and he can get super loud. So I apologize. But yeah, I really see here that there's a direction that you want to go in, or there's a direction that the universe wants you to go in, and the universe is going to show you. It's not, you're not alone. Okay. So that's for your general reading, just for your overall well-being, Taurus. um in regards to your connections with other people, um loved ones, significant other, work colleague, coworker, boss, manager, whoever, friend, um whether it be a childhood friend or someone you've known for years or someone that you've just met. I see here that, again, there's this sense of anxiety, or not, there's a sense of maybe possibly wanting to commit to someone. Maybe you guys live far away from each other. It's a bit of a drive, or maybe you guys live in another country. Maybe it's a long distance relationship. Okay, and this person may be a Scorpio, a fire sign, or an air sign. But I feel that there is like a sense, some type of commitment to driving. Like, you care about this person enough to travel to them, or you have to travel to them because they live further away for some of you. But there's a sense, for some reason, either there's a sense of anxiety here, or loss of sleep if you're not with this person anymore. And I just feel like there is a change here. There is a sense of leaving something behind, and it could be this person. You may be walking towards this fire sign here, Taurus. It could be a Sagittarius, a Leo, a Aries, or a Scorpio, or Cancer. But there may be some of you who are dealing with two people where you were in a relationship or in a connection with someone who was maybe very smart, but not really emotionally present necessarily, or they just weren't emotional at all to be, as an individual. And that may have caused you guys to feel a little like the Nine of Swords here. You may have felt, why is this person now, if you're the person that's the King of Swords, and you're being like this towards other people, and you're not really being, emotionally present, and maybe maybe it could be because there's just a lot going on up here. Okay. I feel like you're very smart, Taurus, and a lot of, there are those of you who are very, very smart. Okay. Very logical. And I feel like maybe there was a certain way that you wanted this person to be. You wanted the relationship, this connection, to go a certain way. You were committed to that, or you are committed to that. And but there's something in the relationship or the connection where the universe is saying, okay, we got to change something here. Something's got to give, or something's got to change. We can't stay stuck. We got to move forward. It could be that you were in a relationship with someone, or are in a connection with somebody, friend, family, whoever, where you may have felt a little stuck, or, you may have felt a sense of anxiety where you just couldn't be yourself for whatever reason, or the other person couldn't be themselves, or both of you felt the same way. And there is a sense of wanting to commit, or wanting to possibly maybe leave someone else behind in order to move on towards someone else who was more grounded, but who was also more open, more spiritually in tune with themselves, and emotionally in tune with themselves. Someone who's a little bit more deep, someone who is able to have their heads in the clouds, but have their feet planted on solid ground. There could be a transition where you're moving on from someone else, and you're approaching someone. If those of you who are single, you're approaching someone new, for sure. There's been a sense of anxiety. Maybe you've been single for a while, and there's an ex who didn't treat you right, and they made you have a sense of a depression and anxiety. Well, I feel like you're moving towards someone new, and it could be a Leo or a fire sign. If it's not a fire sign, it's definitely somebody who's spiritually and mentally grounded. And they're deep. They're a good conversationalist. They're a deep individual. They know what they're doing. They know what they're talking about when they speak. So for some of you, that could be a breath of fresh air for some of you guys. But this person could be a little fiery. but they, you know, in a good way. Very attractive as well. This person, you know, that you're walking towards is very attractive. For those of you who are in a relationship with someone, but it's long distance, or, you know, whether it's long distance or not, there's a sense of wanting to commit to this person that you're with. But there could be in your past where somebody didn't treat you so well, and you're finally with somebody that you can actually connect with. They may have had more masculine energy, and the person that you're with now may have more feminine energy, whether they're male or female, you know? So there is a sense of change here, a sense of moving forward with someone, or some type of business venture, if it's a business situation or a financial situation with someone. So a lot of your worries, a lot of your concerns that you may have had in the past in your mind, or some of you who are still going through it, there is a need to move forward with something new. That's what the universe is showing. There is a need for change, okay, and an acceptance of change. Don't fight it, Taurus. It's very important that you move forward. That's all I see is movement forward. There's been some stagnation a little bit, you know, being very, maybe a little bit stubborn, you know, in your ways, or maybe feeling stuck in your mind, and maybe it's probably kept you stagnant or kept you at a standstill for a while. But from what I see, you're going to be fine. I feel in the month of October, there's going to be a change internally for you. And I feel like it's going to transform you forever. Like, this is something that has needed to be done. You know, you have to go through this change. I don't feel like it's not going to be terrible, but it's not necessarily going to feel good. It's not going to feel comfortable when you're going through that transition, going through that death cycle, that, you know, life and death cycle of needing to change, or, you know, to change your ego, or to lay your ego to rest and build anew, you know. And as I'm sitting here, Taurus, the Tower card is at the bottom of the deck. I didn't even notice that, but yeah, change, divine intervention, you know. The universe is stepping in and saying, hey, got to change something here. We can't keep doing the same thing over and over and expecting better results. You know, we have to progress forward, okay, whether it be towards someone and away from someone else, or towards another situation, you know, a better situation, a better living situation, a better job, a better health or health routine, whatever, you know, whatever the case may be for you, Taurus, okay? So that's your reading for October in Libra season. Much love and light to all of you. Good luck on this journey in this season, and I hope to speak to you in your next reading. All right, take care. Bye.